Hey guys, so I saw your request in the group wondering about how to obtain an authorization for a client. So let's say you're on the phone and you're checking benefits and eligibility for different CPT codes, and the representative says, actually, you're going to need authorization for that code. It's like, oh, okay, gosh, what do I do now? So right then and there, you can ask them, what's the procedure for obtaining authorization? So usually they'll tell you either we're going to connect you to the clinical team and have you talk to them about it, and they'll tell you exactly what the procedure is, or there's a form. You can go to our website, you can download the form and submit the request for authorization for however many sessions you want to request. If you're not on the phone with them, you can look on the back of the card. You can get the provider services phone number. You can call them up and then ask the representative the exact same question. How do I get authorization for a 90837? They'll tell you how to do it. So next, you just follow the procedure given by the representative. And like I said, you'll have to either talk to the clinical team or you'll be able to fax a form in. It's really that simple most of the time. The clinical team, they're going to want to know why this CPT code is justified. Sometimes that can be a little tricky because they'll tell you you need authorization for a 90791, which is the first session. So you really have no clinical information other than the phone call you have with the client, maybe when they set up the appointment. So what I've done in the past is I just say, there's absolutely no way I can even know any clinical information. I talked to this person for about 3 minutes. This is what they said the problem was and why they were seeking therapy. And that's actually all I know about this. So a lot of times that'll at least get you authorization for that first session. And then sometimes you have to call back, ask for authorization for more sessions after you have more clinical, after you have your first assessment completed. So once you have the information and you can actually speak with the clinical team, you just want to just give them the facts, tell them all the information about the client. Before you do any of this, of course, you're going to talk to the client and make sure that they know that you have to share this information with the insurance company to get authorization. Most people are totally fine with it because they want their insurance to pay. Some people say, I do not want to give them any clinical information, and can I just opt out of using my insurance? And that's totally an option. So that's how you handle that. Once you call the clinical team, you're just going to give them the information that they're requesting. And then once you get authorization, they'll give you an authorization number. So make sure you write that down. They will also give you the number of sessions that you can see the client. So it might be like 12 sessions. Sometimes they'll ask you, how many sessions do you want? I always kind of shoot for the moon with that. I'll say, how about 20, 30, whatever you think. If you got the sense that this is going to be like a long-term client, just ask for a lot of sessions and they'll say, well, we can only give you 5, or we can only give you 10, or they only have 10 sessions on their whole policy. So once you get that information, then you'll know how to proceed. But I ask big, and then usually they give me like half of what I ask for. So once you get the authorization number and the number of sessions, then you're going to want to find a system to record this and keep track of it. So in my EHR, I just record it right in Simple Practice, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen real quick and just show you what that looks like. So let's see, I'm going to show you this. So this is me, Kimberly Tolson, the client. So I'm going to come up here in Simple Practice and I'm going to click on Edit right here. And then I'm going to go under Billing and Insurance right here. I'm going to scroll down here and see right here where it says authorization number and tracking. So if you click here, you enter the authorization number that they give you. Usually there's a valid to and from date. So it'll have a start date and an end date. So you would click this and you just go ahead and enter the dates in here and then apply. And then you put the number of uses. So let's say, I see I've had some that are 12, 1, 6. So you put 6, let's do that. And then we say, remind me 1 month. Oh, let me put a number in here, just a random authorization number. Remind me 1 month before it expires. And for some reason, it's not letting me save it, which is really weird. Let's see. That's not supposed to happen. Save client. Let's see what happens. Huh. Oh, I see why, because I didn't put the authorization date. So let me let me make this a little bit longer here. Let's see. We're going to start. Let's go over here. We're going to start November 1st through January 9th, and then let's apply that. Okay, now, see, we're troubleshooting live right here. So now we go to remind me 1 month before expiring if you want to, and then you check that it's active right now. So what's going to happen is you go down here and save it. And then what's going to happen when you populate a claim with this authorization number, it's going to show up on the claim form because it's already saved in Simple Practice, and they're going to deduct a session number, a session usage number from here. So it'll keep track of that for you. I also have a second system where I always put on my calendar this end date, my personal calendar, where I can get reminders that this date is coming up. And I also will look at if I have 6 sessions and I think I'm going to see this client, once a week for 6 weeks, but let's say this authorization period is for 6 months. So I want to also put this on my calendar. Six weeks out. If I think it's going to be 6 weeks that I'm seeing this client, I'm going to also put a reminder here that these sessions are running out. Because one time I had one, a Simple Practice did not remind me that it was expiring, or maybe I missed the notification. I'm not sure which one happened, but I kind of keep a double system going on with these authorizations because you don't want to miss it. If you have a session and you run out of uses and you try to bill, it's going to get denied. It's not going to get paid. Now, sometimes you can go back and retroactively request the auth. I had done that before, like when I've missed the window and they've given it to me before. So you can do that, but you want to try not to because not always will they approve those. So I keep track of the number of uses, when I think that'll expire, and also I mark it on my calendar and I keep it that way. So then you just go down here, you save client. Let's see. I don't think I can show you the rest of it because it'll show other clients' information. But anyway, so once you have a session and you go to the claim form, it'll populate the claim. And you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to pause this video and go to that and come right back to you guys and show you exactly how that works. So let me go ahead and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I went ahead and made an appointment for Kimberly Tolson for the date of service of today. And then I went ahead and populated the claim. So I'm going to share my screen again. All I did was literally create a claim for this date of service. So this is what I came up with. I created the appointment date for today. Let's see, right here, 12/10. I just went in and made it a 90837 for today, and it created this claim for me. But that authorization code I just put in, notice it right here in box 23, prior authorization, right here. So now this tells the insurance company that this is an authorized service that I've called and obtained. It's been approved. So this is going to go to the insurance company, and then they're going to pay this claim for you. But if this authorization number is not here, it's not going to pay it. So you need to make sure that it populates for your clients that require authorization. And then everything else is good. And you would just go up here and submit right there. Okay. So I hope that helps. Keep track of these because if they expire, you won't get paid normally. I mean, like I said, you can retroactively go back and request it, but 9 times out of 10, they're not. They probably won't do that. So just be careful. Have a good system in place if you're not using an EHR to keep track of it for you. Okay, I hope that helps. So that is how you get prior authorization when the insurance company says you've got to get the service authorized. I hope that helps. Talk to you later. Bye.